Fineshade Wood here in Northamptonshire is famous for its red kites. We've already seen a lot, and we're now here with Chris Andrews, who's the visitor officer for the RSPB, who's going to talk to us a bit more about these fantastic birds. So Chris, they were reintroduced here. When was that?
They were introduced in 1995. 34 birds were brought over from Spain, and over the next couple of years another 34 were brought over.
And so they were actually reintroduced to this actual wood?
They were indeed, yes. The pens were put out in these woods, the birds were brought over here, and when they were able to fly, then they were released, and have done very well since.
It has been a fantastic success, hasn't it, really? They've spread quite a way. I mean, what sort of range are we talking about?
Well, they're breeding as far north as Grantham in Lincolnshire now, and as far south as Northampton itself, right the way over to Peterborough, or going westwards over to Leicester.
That's fantastic. And how many birds are there now, do you think?
Probably in this area about 800 or 900, which would make us the third largest population in Britain.
Wow. And within Fineshade itself on a regular basis, how many would you say there are?
It depends an awful lot on the day. Sometimes it can be very quiet and you just see one or two, sometimes you see a dozen or more.
Now, unlike many other centres where the red kite's been reintroduced, they feed the red kites, don't they, and people can go and see that. Now, you don't do that here, but people can still see the red kites in a more natural environment, can't they?
That's it, yes. We are the one site in the country that doesn't feed kites, and so therefore it's a lot more natural. A place like Giggling Farm, very nice, but it is slightly artificial. So you come here, you get a perfectly natural view of red kites.
But Chris, during the winter you have roost walks, don't you, where people can go and see the kites coming into roost?
Yes, kites are quite unusual in as much as they are quite gregarious, and they get together in the winter, sometimes in very large numbers, and we run special walks to go and see them at their roosting sites, seeing anywhere between a dozen and up to 100 birds all at once.
Wow, so how can people find out about these?
The best way is to look on the RSPB website, www.rspb.org.uk, and all our events are on there.
Fantastic, thanks very much.
It's a pleasure.